Hello, friends. My name is Oza Jones Jr., and I have the opportunity of serving as the Director of African American Ministries for Texas Baptist. I appreciate this invite and you allowing me to come and just share a few thoughts today on policing. I'm a black man, and I'm not afraid of the police. That was a blog that I wrote last year right after George Floyd was killed. Why am I not afraid of police? I'm not afraid of the police because my hero was a police officer. My hero was a police officer because he taught me how to ride a bike. He taught me how to shoot my first jump shot. He took me fishing. He taught me how to treat women. He taught me how to drive a car. Matter of fact, the hero in my life, the police officer in my life, led me to Christ. He showed me who Jesus was, and he discipled me and did life with me. That was my hero. Y'all, my hero was my very own dad, Oza Jones Sr., who served in the United States Air Force for 27 years as a police officer. And so I have a strong love for police officers because I watched my mom at night and I heard her in her room as she prayed for my dad as he was on his beat overnight. So I have this special love for police officers. But then I have this other relationship with police officers because we see what is going on in our country, how black and brown men and women, boys and girls are being mistreated and killed by police officers. And so I have kind of this love-hate relationship for police officers, but ultimately I love police officers. As a matter of fact, if something happened to me right now, or if something happened to you right now, the first thing you would do is dial 911 to get the police out. But I'm excited to say today that we can start a new movement as we work with police officers. I'm a living witness that this can happen. When I started my church in 2012, I went to the local police department and said, hey, we need some type of connection, partnership with clergy and cops, with clergy and police officers. They didn't have one at the time, so they said I could start it. I started it, and I named it the Prairie Police and Clergy Coalition, where now we have over 200 churches that partner with police officers. Y'all, there are some great police officers. I had a hero as a police officer, and there are some other great police officers across our cities, across our nation. And so as I started this Grand Prairie Police and Clergy Coalition, the churches started coming together. And one of the first things we did was we started this thing called Shield a Badge with Prayer. I think we should pray for our police officers. What we would do is we would get these cards and we would put the first name and the last initial of the police officers, and we would give it to parishioners and members at different churches, and they would adopt that police officer and they would pray for that police officer. They would get gift cards and send them to that police officer because we have to pour in to our police officers. Not only did we do that, but we partnered with our police officers. I started this event I started this program called Midnight Basketball, where we would get over 100 boys and girls, typically black and brown boys and girls, to come to the gym at the YMCA, and they would play basketball with the local police officers. This opens up dialogue and conversations with police officers and students and people that don't look like each other. That's what you can do in your community. I think what we have to do in order to pour into our communities and help our police officers is we have to get rid of all of these ideas, or these ideals, or these things that are in our heads, that every police officer is like this, or every black man or black woman or brown man or brown woman is like this. And we have to come together at some point and lament together. We have to cry together. Not only do we have to lament over where our country is today, but we also have to listen to each other. We have to listen to one another so I can hear how you feel and you can hear how I feel. And then we have to leverage. We have to use our platforms to bring people up. We have to use our platforms to have a voice so we can make change. And then finally, we have to love one another. Whether you believe my story or not, whether I believe your story or not, we have to love each other enough to bring change and to ultimately bring a movement. You can make that change today in the community that you're in. You don't have to be a preacher, a clergy, a priest. All you have to do is have a heart for your community. And I believe you can go to your local police department and make change. Thank you for allowing me to come today and share a few thoughts with you on policing. God bless you. Until next time.